Get that Wi-Fi together, son. Here we go again. You ready? What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Make sure that we on the right type of time. Make sure I'm where I need to be at. Make sure my Bluetooth is on. How y'all doing in the meantime? No. You know what I'm saying? It's a little late night show. I'm getting old. I came home early, specifically to do a range of things, like orangutans. And I'll lay down for a nap. So I think I made some sweet potatoes, right? I seasoned these burgers. You understand? I had a hope. It was gonna be a glorious plan, right? And I lay down for a nap. This is the second or third time it's happening, in last month. I went down for a nap. Don't play YouTube while you sleep, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the best things you can do, if you're a YouTube person like me, right? Yo, put that timer on. Don't never forget. Because it will ruin your sleep. It will make you sleep way longer. I don't know what it is, but if it's like the middle of the day, it'll make you sleep way, way longer. But anyway, I know you didn't come here to hear about that. You came here for the topics. You feel me? You came here for the schmiggity smoke. You understand? Listen, I see y'all in the comment section. You attacking my son now? You mentioning my son over K-Dot. You know what y'all confirming for me? I love you. What I be telling y'all? No one loves you more than me, bro. No one loves you more than me. All right? You know why? Because I'm willing to have the conversation. Ain't no one ever showed you that kind of love. I'm willing to make you a little uncomfortable. But do like your savior be telling you to do. Don't mention the family, Crody. Y'all just let me know. I'm nice at this shit, bro. They should have never gave you niggas money. Like, this is nigga talking about my kids. Someone say you need to go raise your kids. You making lame videos. Oh my God. I'm content in these streets, baby. You know what's crazy is I be getting those kind of comments on videos that have like the most likes that I've ever gotten. You feel me? But anyway, 6 Paths Dice here. We're gonna get into a few things. I want to get into this story with Future and I think his name was Gorgeous. I think Gorgeous Dog, and I think it's really interesting. And I wanted to cross reference that with a Crimson Cure video. So I got a timestamp here for us to look into. I'm gonna try to move it along as fast as I can. You understand, right? But you know, I can't guarantee nothing. Let me just get one more clip, then we're gonna get into the show. You know what I'm saying? We also gonna get into a little bit of Drake news and whatnot because we have a channel to run here, and as developments happen, we will be getting into all of the how can I say the intricacies of what go on in terms of it's basically how people respond and react to haters. You know what else too? Just kind of admit like who you are. Listen. There's a hater in all of us, all right? There's someone that brings out the hater in all of us, all right? Listen, if somebody doing good enough, you might hate on them a little bit, especially if you inadequate. You know what I'm saying? And most of us are inadequate because you know why you're inadequate is because you're not actually trying. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not actually trying to do nothing. Just keep it stacked with you. All right, boom, I found it. That's gonna be so I had it ready. All right, man. Welcome to 6 Paths TV, man. So if you're new to the channel, you know what I'm saying? I understand. You know, we like to go ahead and, you know, start off with a little music, you feel me? Let's see what we're gonna start at, man. Let's see what we got here, man. What we got. All right, man. It's late, man, so I can't go too long.
Dirty want a Grammy.
I'm stressed out. Villain errors and demon times and storylines get fleshed out. Yo, holding grudges like a bird when I chirp, so they chirp back. Run off on the plug now. You can't get your work. It was cold outside. Now it's chillin' when it's chilly. Niggas see my ex wallowing in pain. I feel like Billy nigga, really nigga, spirit never went. Touch a Billy nigga on my bullshit. like a Philly nigga. I'm leaving bitch to leave me. Told them please don't leave me peace to the guards when the guards is meeting. All my dogs is eating better guard and shit like the garden eating. Yeah, I swear it's like a gun charge when you catch me, the things you get. I think pussy sisters together. All y'all eat a death forever. I'll let a bitch be my bitch forever. Once we get together, when we get together, I need better options to live forever. I got none with this oldest brother. Cook falling off the bone. I still made it home. I don't think you need you. I can make it on my own. I said, oh, let it. Long, little. These niggas can't hold me back. These niggas can't hold me back. Long, little king. These niggas can't hold me back. Long, little, yeah. They got money, but we got love. They got armies, but we got love. Cook falling off the bone. I still made it home. Fuck with you now, stuck with these trust issues. I got trust issues. Do a run with you, like run with you now, stuck with these trust issues. I got trust issues, yeah. I don't tell my uncles I'm doing daily affirmations. I take these blunt walks to remember my greatness. So this era is my favorite. Don't forget who the greatest. Yo, I be with the gods. Yo, God be playing favorites. Got the dogs for me. Got the dog in me. When you see I got the dogs for me. Big song in me. Yeah. I been getting mine quietly. I ain't even know that I was battling sobriety. Go shit, I'm doing go shit now. It's the blueprint. It's my young hope. So you make less money than the bitch. I should hate on the bitch. It's the big dog. Go nigga, bitches with a step. Oh my god, yo. I'm all focused on myself nowadays. I've been betting on myself. My name's Dice. I'm a stick. I'm called to combat. I'm throwing the stormbreaker. Success 6 shots. I got the roll and get more flavors for nothing. This shit was being signed to a label. That's the same as waiting on niggas to come and say that I'm my trick off the bitch. I made some window. You was lying. How you talking this game? I came and maced you, but I fuck with you now. Fuck with you now. Stuck with these trust issues. I got trust issues with you now. I do run with you now. Stuck with these trust issues. I got trust issues. Yeah. I don't tell my uncle how I'm doing daily affirmations. I take these blood walks to remember my greatness. So this era is in my favor. Don't forget who the greatest show. I'll be with the gods and gods and playing favorites, man. Dirty boy, my piss dirty boy. I ain't sweating down who I'm out here working, boy. And the black man's God, know you heard me, boy. When you see a black man smile, and a black man still good, lazy ass nigga with a backhand money, my bitch paying for my little lap dance shit. We get a lap dance shit, we get a love to make love to a bomb and low. When I come and check a bitch like a cat scan, I can be a savior, but I can't be the trash man. Good king might be a bomb. Black bitch for the new Batman, got Batman smiling, black man smiling, yeah. Get away with it, get away with it. Can't get away with it. We'll car ride with the blonde hair. I'm an old soul, I was born in the wrong. Yeah, y'all put me first. It's going to be all. Yeah, I'm Asian like wine. You Asian the dog. Yeah, it's upper middle class. Yeah, I be fucking with all pairs. Never to a slim. Hit with the all. Yeah, slow down for you. I'm doing my G day. Bitch, takes face in my second sleep days. Gotta be popular, realize they're grateful. How I'm actually loving in the world so hate. Your job to ask me if I do enough, if it's an interview, as if I give a fuck. If anyone cares, it was all working out. I felt like, yeah, he was making working out. Karma so fly flow. Your bitch ass, I mean, we got a beautiful soul and a big ass. I'm living hella good now. I'm in a good time. Yeah, I'm right good now. I'm smoking good now. Yeah, I'm riding around the hood now. Yeah, I'm proud of my say never put my hood down. All she did was break it hard, then you got off easy. Black love got hard. Me, my got easy. And this for people who got trouble moving on. It's YouTube channels, but I made you a song. Put your lighters up for the Jersey boy. I dirty boy, my piss dirty boy. I ain't sweating down. I'm out here working, boy. And the black man's God, know you heard me, boy. Way with it, way with it. Get away with it, he ain't get away with it. Yo, so all the bro niggas who woke up this morning, a rich nigga ain't treated no more important because niggas is niggas. The big jobbers and white folks finally open my eyes though. Look at my eyebrows, I'm doing the matrix, I do it my eye close. Never feel safe, you know what I know. Light is up for the Jersey boy, I do dirty, but my piss dirty boy. I ain't sweating now, I'm out here working boy. And the black man's guys that you heard me boy. Way with it, way with it. Look like me, your time ain't worth nothing. Niggas try to break me. I hold the reverse of it. No time to get hurt from it. I thought the long arm and the law like birds coming. Jersey boy, I do dirty boy. My piss dirty boy. Mind right, money right. Who want more? A bad bitch ain't gonna drop the front door. What? I can't run up over 100s while you still not happy, but you got what you wanted. Time to waste trying to fix somebody. So much love I can give somebody. So much game you can get, young nigga. Far as miles, only got one nigga. Listen twice as much. You can hear them hoes begging. I tell them about the 7-Eleven. Put the lighters up for the Jersey boy. I do dirty boy. My piss dirty boy. Sweating now. I'm out here working, boy. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Why ain't never prepared, man? Hold on, man. I just want to be better, man. I just want to be better. You understand? I'm just trying to be better. I'm trying to be better. You know what I mean? What's wrong with y'all out there, man? Listen, you boys out there bugging out, man. You boys out there bugging out, man. I'm looking at my comment section. Pause, goddamn. Pause, goddamn. Goodness gracious. I've been hitting the pause button. Yo, don't you hate when your phone don't listen to you? The phone not even listening to me. I get no respect. But no. Correction. I get mad respect. It's power in the tongue. You feel me? Accountability. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja.
You know what I'm saying?
I see you, little crusty ninja.
You know what I'm saying? What?
That's my shit. Play that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I am the fucking clock. I've been doing this shit a long time.
You feel me?
I posted this video.
You feel me? You feel me?
Here's what we doing right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Come and get me, baby.
Come and get me, baby. I'm here, bro. The MVP is here. Your boy is here. Welcome to Six Pack TV. It's your first time being here. I'm so happy you're here, like for real. No, seriously, I'm dead. I'm very serious. I'm dead serious. All right. So shout out to Auntie. I love her so much. Okay. Y'all don't know how much Crimson Cure mean to me. Well, I hope one day. Well, she Muslim. I don't think I can give her a hug, but I one day I hope to give her an air hug because this sister changed my life in so many different ways and gave me part of the foundation for my own content in terms of my format. So I always credit people like Kevin Samuels, even Six the Goddess, Anton Daniels, O'Shea Duke Jackson, MCR Alpha Male Strategies. Angry Man, you know what I'm saying? Angry Man is probably one of my greatest like proxy mentors in terms of like really that's how I felt like my style came together. You know what I mean? And I found like someone who that archetype kind of fits how I think in terms of like, all right, so in terms of the hustle, I want to have a hustle like Anton. I wanted to be able to communicate on a high level like Kevin, you know what I'm saying? But listening to Angry Man, I want to also being able to present like Crimson in terms of bringing facts and bringing just trying to bring a logical argument that's not based off of getting over on nobody, or that it's not biased in a way where only one person gets something and the other person doesn't. And for the most part, that's your religion. Human beings are naturally hateful. You are hateful. You know what stops you from being so damn hateful? First of all, the concept of hate and hateful in and of itself is a good thing. You know why it's good? Because it's us saying that that's not right. That's why we call it hate, so you know not to do it. Who makes sure the right thing is done? Society is supposed to. Society is supposed to bring it to the attention of the group. But right from wrong can only be enforced by men. So therefore, if it is an environment where the men do not have an influence or not respected, usually that environment is chaotic. Usually there's no long-term prosperity in that environment. Men got to understand that women and children cannot lead themselves. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Look at how women are with Amazon. Okay, that fast shipping, knowing that you saw this online and it could be here today. Listen, for women, Amazon Prime is women's favorite video game. Oh yeah, y'all was mentioning my smoke. I like this smoke. I like this smoke. I won't care. I know that it gets to be like a light in my face. So I know it probably look weird, you know what I mean? But I like having an incense near me and shit. You feel me? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It gives it a whole little feel and shit. You know what I mean? All types of schmiggity smoke. But anyway. So yeah, so that's important for men to understand, and especially once you're in a relationship, and also help you to understand what you're giving in a relationship. But so the first thing we're gonna be getting into today is the kind of relationships that really attractive women get into. But not only that, the kind of relationships that the kind of women who have influence over other women get into. You know who has the most influence over other women? Beautiful hoes, like beautiful 304s. All right, like on Instagram. I've been hearing this trope for a little bit about men were never meant to see this many bad chicks. Everything, but this is really in general, and this is a part of maturity when you're able to think of the world from beyond your perspective and what you want and what's important to you. That's how you think when you're a child. The older you get, the more you're able to think about the group, the more that you're able to say, have the long-term thinking of, all right, if I say this to this person, it's gonna make them feel terrible, and then maybe we may have issues, or maybe we won't be friends. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, let's say I give you an example. For example, that comes to mind. When I was 8 years old, this boy got me a basketball for my birthday, and my response when he gave me the basketball was, I don't like basketball. You know what I mean? Because at the time I was just like, the fuck you mean a basketball for? They don't know fucking basketball. Don't get me wrong, that's really not cool. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you think. You know what I'm saying? You could not imagine, being, at your big age and being at a birthday party, and when someone opens your gift, they say, bitch, I don't want no blender. Bitch, I never told y'all I wanted smoothies, bitch. I'm not a smoothie nigga. Got me a damn Vitamix. I don't want soup in my house. Ain't no soups in my house. Ain't no ice cream getting made. All right. Let me tell you something. Before I move on to my next subject, F that Vitamix blender. Is it called Vitamix? I think it's a Vitamix. Whatever the blender is that does all that stuff, because that blender ruined my family. All right. Because that blender has empowered my mother to engage in these vegetable fantasies. Crazy people. You know what I'm saying? The people who are like quirky and shit like that. They will, because it's because you think something's wrong with you, so you pursue. You wind up getting into like these subcultures or these like alternative trains of thought, alternative lifestyles. It's really to find yourself. That's why it's important, again, the spiritual journey. But anywho, let's keep it on subject. So Crimson Cure is breaking down basically how relationships kind of come together and what it looks like when there's no structure to them, right? But what we see, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna bring it back to the influence of the beautiful 304s, right? So, lady, I'm about to get into right now. This is a really attractive woman, right? And she represents the modern woman in so many different ways. For one, she tells a story. If you're not up on game, if you're not hip, you won't be able to pick out the lies and pick out, okay, now this is what actually happened. Social media has created us with numerous case studies to show how women tell stories. And you got and for men to understand, all right, this is the only way you're going to understand. I want you to think about when you were younger and you messed up, or you broke something, you messed up, right? And you felt so nervous you couldn't tell the truth. Or you felt so nervous that you couldn't tell the truth exactly how it happened, and or basically just deal with the brunt of, yo, you messed up. Like yesterday, right? My son in the back seat. I meant to tell him, all right, Levi, when you open that can of seltzer, to hold on to. I just stand there and think of what to tell him to do to stop him from, like, from wasting and whatnot. So of course he has a bright idea to put. I think he probably put it on an armrest. So I think I stopped at a light and whatnot, and I think I hear his can drop, and he starts going, no. And you're on the spectrum, so he doesn't. At times, I can see him getting excited, but it shows me that his mind is working in terms of understanding. Oh my God, I messed up. I have to fix this, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm like, all right, I had to push him into problem solve. Okay, just fix it. Okay, don't worry about being in trouble. Just fix it. All right, do what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Or and you tell someone, hey, I need help. Well, no, I'm saying something rather than getting caught up in the heat of the moment. Because I've been thinking about that more lately, about like, yo, but what are you doing to problem solve? That's been one issue with my finances, is that, when you do very well doing one thing and then you can't do that thing anymore, or you have to do something different, you have to replace income. It's very hard to replace income. That's one of the reasons why I don't support people trying to. It's mostly people selling other people the dream of being an entrepreneur rather than selling them true entrepreneurship. No, I'm sorry. the entrepreneurship that'll be accessible would be you having a skill that you can earn. You know what I'm saying, or having multiple trades and skills that people will pay you for. And you can get paid on, you know what I'm saying, pay on the side to get contracted. You know what I'm saying, to do basically doing like services, you know what I'm saying, where people can call you to come do something. That'll be the best kind of business to have. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have a business rather than trying to tell someone, hey, quit your job and go open this storefront that no one's going to come to. Your crew run. So anyway, so going back to this whole influence, right? And what these women actually go through. See, for one, a lot of women don't understand that, and I think a part of it is we say that we don't want to be a monolith, but women try to basically make themselves a monolith in terms of imitating each other, you know what I'm saying, and willfully imitating each other, you know what I'm saying, to the point where, and I think more people are starting to realize y'all don't have no personality. And another reason why you don't have personalities is because you're imitating a crazy person. Women who can get into any part of the 304 lifestyle to the point where they're making money, whether it's dancing, right, whether it's escorting or doing prom. You got to ask yourself, what makes a woman bypass getting a regular job and getting education to saying I'll do this? You know why she's doing it? Because for one, she that's doable for her. That usually means that she's not good with jobs and regular jobs. It usually means that she has a hard time with consistency. She usually has a hard time with attention. And don't get me wrong, I think to a certain degree, it's my theory that real talk, the world changing in a way where women felt like they needed to be spending more money. Because that's another thing that's changed to a lot is that women have come up with more and more ways to spend money, and there's been no regulation or from other women to say you can't be like that. I didn't grow up with my family talking about anyway. I've never known anyone who travels multiple times a year. You know what I'm saying? Until now, I've never even heard of that. You know what I mean? Like, because like traveling on a regular basis, not that it has to be a luxurious thing, but it costs money to travel, right? But what we see is also you see that especially with the advent of social media, it's like they want to do so many things for the sake of being able to post it, but kind of find out, they don't be having it like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they're able to go on a trip, but they're not able to go on a trip and like really like have a real vacation. I'm like, when you go on vacation, you're supposed to feel like, well, for one, you're supposed to have a good amount of walking around money, especially with grown folks. So it's not really a vacation if I'm just going here. But some people just enjoy, or they tell themselves they just enjoy going somewhere. And what it really is that you got to realize women smash in like mad ways, bro. It's mad different ways that women be having sex. I make sure I iron my clothes. You know what? Let me pause this real quick. It's mad different ways that the women be having sex. All right, spending money, conversation, and everything that goes on in conversation. That's why she be want to have arguments with you, because she want to have different kinds of conversation. I remember this girl I was hanging out with one time. She was like, yeah, because that's stimulating for me. You know what I'm saying? And basically what I was realizing is that like, she's coming. She's coming, right? Okay, that's why she's doing it. I'm like, why are you arguing with me in the damn sushi spot, man? Like, we supposed to be kicking it, having a good time. And again, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's really difficult. It is very challenging for women to meet new men and get with new men at a certain age, especially this group of women, because this group of women has more of a sadist idea of relationships where they feel like you're my bitch in so many words. They may not use those words, but that's kind of like what they think. It's like you're my bitch, or I'm supposed to be able to control you. And anyway, going back to the archetype of the kind of women that wind up in this lifestyle, because I'm referring to Gorgeous Dog because she's a dancer, right? So I went over the characteristics and everything, and I've known people who danced, and I started realizing, okay, you start realizing that they do a lot of the same things, and that's something I picked up on, like being around my mother and my stepfather, and being in the house with like towards the smokers. And I started saying, okay, I've done similar things before, so I think about that when I'm smoking. Like, make sure I don't do this, I don't do that, or make sure I don't come off like this or come off like that. You know what I mean? So also when I work with other populations, I started just noticing like this how what everyone had in common, what different people had in common, what the families had in common. That's why I started tracking to most of the time when the child is disabled and whatnot, or they're mentally disabled, a lot of times either both or one of the parents is at least quirky or a little bit off or anxious, or they just don't really seem super normal. I'll put it like that. You know what I mean? Especially if it's a single parent. I'll forget about it. Good tell you something. Go listen. Single women go crazy. All right. That's why women be on the phone 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Like they listen. One of the greatest things that men did for women, one of those kindest things is stop charging for minutes. All right. It's probably so many women going to debt over phone bills. It's crazy. Because it's pretty normal that you will be somewhere and you'll be next to a woman and you think they talking to you or whatnot, or you think they talk to themselves and like they are on the phone. Or you go to speak to them and they are on the freaking phone. They're never alone. Never alone. Big sister is watching. All right, man. Let me take a quick break. I'll be right back. All right, so we back, man. I know I've been talking for a minute, but there's a method to the madness. So Auntie Crimson is going to kind of break down kind of how today's relationships come about, and one of the reasons why we have so many co-parenting situations going on, or women saying stuff like, just brushing off while the father's child's not around, and just saying he's not in the picture. He's not in the picture. It's such an oversimplification. You know what I'm saying? Angry Man made a really good point about if the father's doing what he's supposed to do, she has a whole lot to say about him, or she'll talk crazy about him, talk crazy to him. But if the guy's a real deadbeat and he really don't give a f, she'll just say he's not in the picture. Mostly because that guy really don't care. There's some men out there who really do not care, bro. Anyway, let me go ahead and play this joint, and then we're gonna get to this story with Future. Fair use.
Relationship. Name me 5 things you think you're supposed to get out of a relationship for real. And if you thought that you were supposed to get particular things out of a relationship, why didn't you move with more intention? That goes for the men and the women. Because the women are out here not moving with no intention. Y'all come through, you open your legs for anybody, you have babies for them. That's the thing to get me. Y'all will move in with these men. Y'all have one quick little conversation, and then boom, y'all be living together. How you living together with somebody that you don't even have deep conversations with to plan nothing? How you move with somebody so y'all can be in-house sex with each other? That's what old folks call shacking up. Wasn't no plan to it. You just want to be in-house sex. You just don't want to have to call and go to the other one and go here and there.
So one of the reasons why things are like this, and again, this is one of like the how can I say this is one of the ways that feminism influence how relationships play out now. Because one of the things that feminism talks about or teaches women is that relationships with men are not important. So if you think something is not important, or not even that, it's really hard for it to resonate with women how important men are, because in their mind they are programs who think that they are above the men. Like I'm always around women, and for the most part, the main thing that I hear women say when they talk about wanting a relationship, they only talk about basically using him for his resources, or her wanting the relationship just to help herself, not because she wants to have a relationship and I want to get me a man. And I think people really sleep on the individual's ability to be delusional, the individual's ability to be able to deny what's in front of them and tell themselves a story about what's going on. All right. So when women saw less value in being a wife, then we lose the idea of or the desire to be a good wife. All right, we need social pressure to be at our best. It's not wrong with having a little bit of pressure on you, have expectations on you, but feminism over time, because what happened is also men listen to women. Because men, for the most part, are designed to care about women. That's why the man will hold the door for you. If a man sees you struggling with a heavy object or a heavy bag, if you need help with something, if he can help you and it's only going to take a moment, more than likely he will stop and help you, especially if you know him. All right. And that's based off of not just you asking him. Most men, they feel good about helping people. I'm not saying that they want to sit somewhere and help you move a whole mansion. That's something totally different. You need to call your friends who have been exposed to gamma radiation for such things if you need help moving. Because let me tell you right now, that's the only way I'm gonna help you move is if I'm exposed to gamma radiation and such things. I'm trying to give y'all a little more of a quirky performance. I feel like when coffee is cold, I feel like when you're drinking it, I feel like it like goes back and forth differently when it's hot. These are just my thoughts, people. Just my thoughts. But anywho, so what I also wanted to say was we have to think about like, all right, when something's actually good, all right, and actually taking time to critique something. So one of the reasons why I've been able to get good at just everything I've done in life is through feedback and listening to feedback, and also going back to what I was saying about how men actually listen. So with over time, men listening to women, we got here from men listening to women and saying, okay, this is what I'll take your word for it, or if that's how you feel. This all happened because men care about women, and it just you start seeing the expectations rise more and more and more to the point where there started to be no more social expectations for women in terms of how she presents herself, how she communicates, her sexual past, like this whole concept of body count and whatnot, which I don't really feel as though you need to disclose. I don't want to know how many people you slept with. I think it's a super personal question. I'm like, because also if you slept with a lot of people, to a certain degree, I think all men don't want to ruin liking the women. You know what I'm saying? Because once you find out that she has like a past and whatnot, especially the higher up you go, you realize like, yo, they're more of a threat. All right. And so anyway, so Crips is also going to break down how she's breaking down how a normal person gets into a relationship, but this scenario where you're going off of a feeling and it's not really based off of nothing, it goes into overdrive, the crazier or the more of an alternative lifestyle you live. So especially if someone who's a dancer has a whole different schedule, and they don't have a 9 to 5. They may have a 9 to 5, but they don't have a 9 to 5, right? These people are working at they're doing the overnight shift. It's the grave shift. You understand? So anyway, she about to get to the part. You know what? She might have went past it. My bad. You know what? I did a timestamp. Let me pull it up.
Supposed to get out of relationship. Name me 5 things you think you're supposed to get out of a. You're gonna start wanting certain things from this man when you are in the house with him. He'll be telling women, don't be moving in with no man that's not your husband. It's because when you move in, you're gonna start playing house with each other. You're gonna start playing house with each other. You're gonna play house with each other. Play house. You're gonna start wanting certain things from this man when you are in the house with him. You're gonna start wanting certain things from this woman that's in this house with you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, ain't nobody said nothing about marriages, commitments, had no.
We're gonna stop it right there. Marriages and commitments, and I'm saying Black people in general. First of all, I think we've all gotten to a point where we have an issue with commitment. Men are more biologically ingrained to commit because again, it's hard for men to stop something that they've started or turn their back on something that they have built. Okay. Whereas for women move more so in like survival mode. They kind of try to adjust, and it's survival. They go with whatever they think is going to be best for their survival or keep them the most comfortable and stuff like that, right? But with the expectations continuously coming down, right, to where you can't really say, oh well, women should do this, women should do that, and it got to where you no longer can say what women should do. And the reality is that that wasn't good, because now the women don't have the same power and grace and elegance they used to have. Like, for real, this generation, if y'all don't turn it around, like you got to realize, what kind of big mama am I going to be? Like, seriously, because you're going to have kids. What kind of big, forget what kind of, no, I won't say forget, I'm sorry. What kind of big mama you want to be? Because right now, ain't no big mama, because big mama she trying to get her swerve on. Your big mama smoke better bud than you do. And that might be a fact, bro. You know Granny be having on packs. Granny house smell like weed, man. She lit. Ninja, your grandma might be on Tinder right now. Okay? We are living in like a hedonistic society. So I'm just saying, so over time, where the breakdown happens is in terms of the relationships, the quality of the relationships come down a lot when the women are coming into it with thinking that I'm basically, this is my show, this is my story, and it gets into that whole main character syndrome thing. That's crazy. I said that on here. I just put that together, and Angry Man said the same thing on his show. It's crazy. But you get to this main character syndrome thing where, you imagine life in a way where you feel like everyone's supposed to play a part in your movie. And when they do something that doesn't benefit you, it's like they're not following their lines. And you're like, yo, what's wrong with you? That's not your line. Your line is supposed to be, know what I'm saying? And I think that's when we have a bit of a disconnect. But so I keep talking about this because, for one, this is how we get to where, first of all, men don't communicate like that. Social media is the only way that men can get as close to women in terms of how women communicate and transmit ideas. They transmit ideas through talking to each other. This woman talks to this woman, that woman. You know what I'm saying? And being social, and they're able to spread ideas and then get everyone on the same page. Because what all the women catch on to is, oh, that's beneficial. Oh, yeah. So, I shouldn't get a prenup. Which is why a lot of times women for the most part by default get offended if you bring up a prenup, or the whole idea of not that monogamy is bad, but the pressure women put on other women to want their man to be monogamous. When we tell you something, women are perfectly capable of sharing you with another woman, especially when the more highly she thinks of you. All right, actually, like not even that. For the most part, what men gotta realize is that nothing you can do is going to change her heart. She fuck with you, or she don't fuck with you. So the only thing that men can do is make themselves the best version of themselves and keep their eyes on what makes them happy, their spiritual walk. Because long as you have a spiritual walk, or that you have something to do that's spiritual and whatnot, that means that usually you are guided by something, and whatever you're doing is probably right, because it's based off of morals and ethics and some kind of rules. Whereas, whenever there's no rules, basically there's no masculine leadership, because rules come from masculine leadership, and only men can enforce rules and laws, because only we have the physical strength to enforce rules and laws and the will to take away life if need be. I'm not saying like women won't off nothing, but excuse me. It's just the fact, for all the data that we have, women and children are more capable of doing things in a way that's unfair, because it takes maturity to be able to think of the long-term effects of what you're doing and saying, and also to consider all things at one time. I mean, because it's like the way that women and kids think when it comes to an equation, it's like they see 2x plus 2y equals 50. And they don't know it's algebra, and they have to solve, You know what I'm saying? And maturity is like knowing what the variables are. And then saying, okay, that's how we get the 2x plus 2y equals 50. You know what I'm saying? Which would be like, to when y is 25, and let's say y is 25 and x is also 25. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But and it gets to 50. You get what I'm trying to say? And so it made them more likely to be able to see that. All right, boom. Okay, all right, no, hold on. It's not. Well, it just says 2x plus 2y plus 3. You know what I'm saying? You look at the whole equation. All right, that's what maturity is. It's you being able to see the whole equation and also solve for the variables and answer. Okay, so I gave us a nice little feel right here, and actually I want to share one thing before we got here, because I thought this was a really good video in terms of helping men understand how to move just in the world and really letting go of living your life in a way where your success or what you want to accomplish is just for the benefit of someone else. Because when you think about it, like a lot of men feel like, yo, they'll be able to purchase their love when they get to a certain point. And to a certain degree, you can. Like, I mean, like, nah, it does. I mean, like femininity has always cost it. You know what I'm saying? But the best system that we have for women and men getting their needs met is marriage. So Crimson is not wrong in that regard, because it makes it to where, okay, we have to really think about, do we want to be together? Because we're getting married, right? And then also there's some structure behind it. There's an expectation, there's a commitment where we're agreeing that, hey, I'm your husband, I'm your wife. You know what I mean? So there's an agreement there, an expectation, versus when we're just in relationships. And again, women seeing less value in marriage, you know what I mean? And also understanding your role in it, because when you understand your role in something, you understand what you're giving and you take it more serious. But if women think that in relationships they don't have to give anything, or what they give is not important, you know what I mean? You get to where you're just not functioning on the highest level. It's also like parenting, right? Like when my son, we do Instacart a lot. So while we're doing Instacart, I take the opportunity to teach him from time to time, or if I see an opportunity and whatnot, or when we're interacting, I'm constantly coaching him so that he's getting hours of education. You know what I mean? Because the whole time we're, I'm around him and whatnot, we're interacting. You know what I'm saying? So I'll explain to him, nah, this is how you respond to this, is how you respond to that. You know what I mean? And I said to say this, even watching my best friend with his kids, right? And what he do so much with his kids, and so much to make them like amazing people, right? Because they do all types of activities and whatnot, and they're such confident. They're gonna be great people. They're gonna be great people when they get older. You know what I mean? But he's functioning at a higher level because all he gotta do really is come home, go to work, and come home. All right, maybe let him go outside, take him to the park. You know what I mean? Give him a little Happy Meal and whatnot. That is so much more than what previous generations of children receive from their father. And they still respected their father. You know what I mean? So when you start taking your role more serious, you take who you do it for more serious. Like where I'm at in my life, nah, I'm not going to be your boyfriend, like your husband. And I still believe that a marriage could work. I believe in relationships and stuff like that, which is one of the reasons why, like, yo, nah, I'm gonna do this right here, because I knew that I'm like, you know what I realized in my life, I was like, you know what, you need to get your relationship right with your practice, with your religious practice, because I become more consistent, right? But I'm like, and this is what happens with a lot of people as they get older. If they have any kind of faith, you start wanting to do it right more, because you start feeling like, yo, all right, when I do this the way I was told to do it, everything in my life moves. Everything is different. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I gotta take full advantage of that. Okay. And I need to get that right, because all your relationships are the same. Same thing like with my diet. I'm like, I let myself get to where I just became like so lax. You know what I'm saying? There'll be times where like it'll take a month or two since I had a cookie. Or I might go for weeks without having a piece of bread. Or that was a treat for me to have like a sandwich and whatnot. Then it got to where like, yo, I had bread all the time. And like, yo, I got to confirm for myself. It doesn't matter how good you working out, how everything. Yo, when you introduce gluten into the diet or too much sugar into the diet, and you also you neglect the sleep and whatnot, I've been neglecting sleep like crazy, but it's mostly because I'm grinding. And you mean you're not the same. I am a Martian. Let me man, I'm a Martian. But I'm sorry. So I want to show this clip because I also want to give you the other side of what it really, how guys really get women. All right, and how it really happens, and not to believe in these, like, again, women are going to come up with their own fantasies. All right, and what's going on is that a lot of men have bought into this fantasy that all these women are getting ballers and you can't get them if you don't got it, rather than understanding, yo, that one just ain't for you, bro.
I want to know what this hard time look like. At McDonald's, most chicks will say no.
Well, a tough time with women, straight up.
Well,
Up to you more, and you'll have. That's why I'm like this. You know what I'm saying?
This video too. This is some hood booger reaction right here.
First and foremost, I'm going to make a really important comment, and it's not going to be the nicest thing I'm going to say, right? And it's nothing wrong with this brother right here. You know what I'm saying? He's like me. You know what I'm saying? He's a bigger brother like me. What us big guys got to realize is you got to know what your lane is. You got to know, first of all, you got to be able to really pick up on when a girl really like you. And the thing is that it doesn't matter how attractive you are. You could be, listen, the Pop the Balloon show so that, yo, you could be in shape. You could be well dressed. You can be any kind of man. If you're in front of the wrong group of women, they'll look, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize there's been no regulation on women's filter when it comes to trying to find out what's wrong with you, right? Rather than just going with things that are basic things that are really important. Again, women have grown to have an insatiable desire for validation and it's not real power, but just like just these different forms of power that really that allows them to kind of do what they want and say what they want type shit. You know what I mean? But what happens, and it's the same thing that will happen with your kids. You know what I mean? If you got kids, right, and let's say every time your kid wants ice cream, you get them ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Or they say, hey, I want one of these. You do it every single time. What happens is they build up this idea in their mind that that's how it's supposed to be. And they don't realize, like, no, I'm doing that because I love you. And I care about you. That's why, like, even if you can, you need to tell your kids no all the time. So that they understand, for one, how to do things for themselves, and also understand that you don't control that other person. That's not your job. Because that kind of thinking is going to drive them crazy. All right. And it gets them into a space where they can't look out for themselves because they feel like someone should have done this or this could have happened or that could have happened. And then life just starts happening to you. Right. But anyway, but going back to the brother on camera, you know, he like, yo, brother, for one, I really gotta say, man, yo, the braids look, and again, nothing wrong with it, nothing wrong with his appearance. But it's like, yo, every man looks good with a nice cut and a fade. There's not a brother alive that don't look good with a fade and a nice cut. The braids look, right? Also, yo, being in shape. And his brother's not in bad shape. He probably about 25 pounds off from looking real good. You know what I'm saying? In terms of being lean enough. And a lot of big guys don't realize you're not at your most attractive at certain weights. Like me personally, like, yo, I got 2 lakhs. I was on a really good track to get into that 230, and then I started getting more lax and eating stuff I don't normally eat. Let me tell you something too. Just real quick for the big boys. What's going to change your diet, yo, honestly, is implementing. If you can, don't get whey protein isolate. You know what I'm saying, or at least a mixture. Isolate and concentrate. I normally wouldn't get it, but it was on sale, and I got the whey protein isolate and concentrate, right? And real talk, I've been consistently having shakes for the last 2 weeks, and I realized, yo, when I first changed my diet and I kind of started eating a lot of junk food and stuff like that, what happened was at the same time I started having more protein shakes. I think I had caught this sale on one of these sites and whatnot, you know what I mean? And that was like the first time, not the first time, but that's when I began to actually do protein shakes on a regular basis. That's actually when I started having more control of my weight. So I kind of always was having shakes, or I was at least more consistent with it because it was cheaper back then to get protein powder. You get whey protein isolate, a 5-pound jar for $45. You know what I mean? It was normal for a 5-pound jug of protein, whey protein powder to be on sale for $20-$30. That was normal. You know what I mean? And now it's just like almost $100. So if you see it sell, you got to jump on it. But what I'm saying is, I realized during that time that I always was having protein shakes. And during this era where I got even more lax on my diet and whatnot, I wasn't having them. So basically, I'm gonna tell you something. High protein keeps you from eating like a fat ass all the time and wanting sugar all the time or wanting cakes and shit like that, because it kills when you have no protein. You don't have to be a protein shake. It can be any kind of protein. But when you get that high protein diet, you don't. First of all, you don't be hungry like that because you still digesting food. Like you can spend a whole day not eating if you're not doing nothing too crazy. But anyway, I want to go ahead and keep playing it. So my overall point is that you got to realize when you a big nigga, you may be paying her big nigga tax. All right, because women charge different prices. The closer you are to being in real good shape, the closer you are to having her full respect, because she's gonna have more because you resemble a man. It's another thing too. Don't be letting women convince you that being sexy don't matter. No, being sexy still matters. Being attractive man, basically being a full, like Kevin Sanders used to say, rest in peace to KS. Do both. You know what I'm saying? You look good physically, you know what I'm saying, and be intelligent, and and be working on learning self-defense, learning how to use weapons, and learning about finances, and you can do all that. There's no limit. It's just about the time you want to put into it. You understand? Shout out to everybody that's watching on the other channel. We got 4,000 views away. Every short to them cracking the Matrix. God. And shout out to the people again in my comment section. I was talking about my son. That's crazy. So Kendrick Lamar inspires you to talk about people's kids. I thought he was the nicest nigga in the world. I thought no one could rap better than him. What's it about that? What's it all about then? Y'all proving more and more and more. Y'all are haters. And Drake is just the subject of your hate. And yet what y'all will do is, whenever it is acceptable to hate someone, human beings will always run to it because they get a chance to be who they really are. You did it with Trump. You do it with all successful people. Like more and more I'm realizing, I'm like, all right, man, don't get me wrong. I get it. You know what I mean? But to a certain, I'm like, but it's like, I had to really think about what did he really say? You know what I'm saying? And, he made a good point. You say, I'll make the neighborhood safer. You said, if you're a black person, you know what I'm saying, you got to worry about getting shot. And I'm like, you know what? That's one of my greatest fears is getting shot. He's absolutely right at the time. But at the time, it was like, how dare you? Yeah, nigga, like in most black neighborhoods, you have to worry about, especially if you're a man, if you're a black guy, you think about being assaulted or being robbed at some point. You know what I'm saying? Or you think I need to watch out. If you're in the suburbs, you can blast your headphones and walk around blindfolded, and nobody gonna put a finger on you. You can walk around any time of the night.
Here, dog.
Y'all understand? I'm from Houston, bro. It's bitches are heartless there. That's why I'm like this. That's why I'm like this. You know what I'm saying? They heartless like that. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to men is just try to strive to be better than average. You know what I'm saying? Not telling you to go out and break the law to do it or nothing, but try to maybe strive a little bit more.
Let me touch on that real quick. Pause. That's another danger. Another reason why the men cannot be listening to these women. Because you are going to make men think that I'm not worth anything unless I'm making this amount of money. Rather than, the reality is this. For one, well, I keep saying, I'm starting to realize more and more that women really, it doesn't matter how smart they are, they can't choose their own man. All right, they're not, because they're not going to choose the kind of guy that's going to move them forward in life. All right, you know what I'm saying, it's the same as how many people, a rich person, if they had the money, will hire someone to feed them and cook them the right food. If a person is poor, someone could say, "Listen, I'm gonna have somebody come here and cook for you." Now, mind you, depending on where they are, especially this was like previous decades, depending on where they are. But if they say something to the effect of no bread, I'm saying, or we only will make you bread, something that has like like a sandwich and whatnot. A total of 2 times a week. Fried food, we don't do fried food once. If you said twice a month, right? In fact, we'll say 3 times a month. We'll actually do a fried dish, but we're gonna cook all your meals. First, but it's going to, as far as snacks go, you can select from here. You can get protein shake, a smoothie, a low sugar smoothie that we have. You can get yogurt, you can get fruit, and you can get a protein bar, fucking charcuterie board meats if you're into that kind of thing. That's when I listen and don't judge. Other than that, I'm judging you. That is all. Have a good night. But for certain people, that would not be an option. Depending on where their mind is at. All right. Because as we can see, we're starting to realize like, the higher up you go, the more you care about what goes into your body. And because again, like gluten-free, rich folks was on gluten-free way, you know what I'm saying? And we should have peeped game. Like gluten is what really bad for you. It's like it's terrible. I've been having more bread just because I've been doing this with y'all, man. Like I put so much time into this, bro, and put so much thought into this shit, and I'm like, I do this all day, every day, and I'm gearing up to do more different kinds of content. I'm about to revolutionize content and how content creators sees content. So I'm going to be doing. I am the Drake of this shit in terms of how Drake is able to immerse himself, you know what I'm saying, in a certain kind of music, and then download his own version of that style. So like London drill Drake, a trapper. The fact that we have labels for a trapper Drake, singing Drake, drill Drake, you know what I'm saying, introspective Drake. You know what I mean? Like the fact that you could say that, I'm like, that's why he's still here. I know the only issue I have with Drake was, you're too nice at making music. You're too good at it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I want to hear Drake with like not backpack. I want to hear him with like more gritty niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a good contrast, and he knows that. He knows that he sounds the best with really like low life rapping. Like he sounds the best with Future, like Lil Baby. 21 Savage, because it's a nice bouncing back and forth. You know what I mean? It compliments him a lot, and that's another thing. Drake don't get credit for too. Kendrick ain't never did no collab albums with nobody. Like Drake done put out so much, and I was just like, I just need you to go away for a couple of years, because like Drake was putting out mad, 2016 Views, 2017 More Life, 2018 Scorpion, 2019. What happened in 2019? I think that's the year he didn't drop anything. 2020, the Dark Lane demo tapes, and 2021, Certified Lover Boy. He had something in between that, you know what I mean? But anywho, let's go back to this clip.
More than the average, you know what I'm saying? Because you'll have a life will open itself up to you more, and you'll have more fun with life.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? You won't be working so hard for somebody else.
Word.
And you know what I'm saying? Because when you in Houston, if you work at Walmart or something, you're just gonna have a tough time with women. Straight up.
What he said about the time limit is real, and I'm gonna give you a good example on that. You ask a chick if she would date a dude to work at McDonald's or something like that. If everything was right, oh yeah, he got muscles, all this stuff, but he work at McDonald's. Most chicks will say no. A chick to say yeah, she gonna say as long as he's trying to get out of McDonald's and get a better job or get some more money. Those answers alone, and I've seen hundreds of chicks answer like that to those types of questions. Those answers alone confirm what he said as far as the time limit. That's really how it works. Now, when we get past that, he said if you work at Walmart and stuff like that, you're going to have a hard time with women. I want to know what this hard time look like. Because this nigga's working at Walmart with 3 baby moms, man. This nigga's working at Walmart who ain't ever had no real cheddar cheese bacon. Like they never had no cake for real. But somehow, you know, they still find a way to put together a fit to go out to the club. They still get a lot of attention from the girls and stuff like that at the club. And sometimes they take a chick down. Everybody in the club that's getting babes is not a baller, man.
Facts.
So I really wonder, and this is the thing. This is the shit that if you're not around these people, you're not going to see it. This is the shit that you're not going to hear people talk about on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get on the internet, motherfucker, you're going to hear the women and the men telling you, bruh, get your money, get your money, get your money. But if you had read Neil Strauss the Game, what did Neil Strauss do? He went and got his fucking money. But he didn't just get his money. He went and got what he thought was going to be good status as well.
Mm-hmm.
He did that. What did he think that would be? Being a writer for Rolling Stone. He was like, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to get into a lane where I could get some good money. And what I'm going to do is get around these rock stars. And so now I'm going to have the money. I'm going to have the status. And the coochie is going to fall from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? No coochie came to this cat at all. None. He didn't get no leftovers, nothing. He didn't get nothing. And what did he have to do after that? He said, you know what? I done got all this stuff. Even Owen Cook from Real Social Dynamics or Tyler Durden or whatever, he went through the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
They came to the conclusion, man, I need help getting bitches. They both went to Mystery. They both became big pickup artists in the fucking 90s and 2000s and shit like that, right? And then after they did that, you know, they start getting babes. They start having their way and stuff like that. I'm not telling anybody to become pickup artists or buy no courses or buy no consultations or nothing like that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that even in the white community, because we got all black people on the screen, we talking nigga shit.
Right.
We talking nigga shit right now.
Let's go.
Even in the white community, even before all of this internet shit, bro. Even before all this social media, Instagram stuff, there were men getting money and men who had status, but the status wasn't the right status, and the money itself don't get the bitches. Even if you go get the fly car, because Owen had the fly car, it don't necessarily get you the bitches. You gotta actually figure this shit out.
And I wanted to share that because this, again, buying into things that are not based off of morals, not based off of basically what a healthy relationship is. That's why your relationship to people, places, and things matter. Subscribe, like, and share, subscribe, and still watch my channel. Nigga, I'm in here cooking it at midnight. It's midnight cooking. I'm saying I'm putting it all on the line for y'all right now. It's all on the line for y'all right now. You understand? So anyway, it's really tough for men to accept that, for one, we all can't go, and not only that, buying into the idea that you don't have to have the same exact thing that other people have, or there's no perfect idea of how things should go. And what this guy's talking about, he's talking from the perspective, the big guy on camera, not the guy's comments. Shout out to the dumper. Great content, is that he has bought into what women say. All right. And he's not able to tell or when I'm having a good relationship. And he also represents probably the group of men, the growing group of men who've had so many negative experiences while trying to do right by women and whatnot, that they're trying to reconcile or understand what's happening. And trying to understand that they're withdrawing for a while, or just saying, that's why in the beginning he said, I'm from Houston, so I don't like this. And so also being in the city, you're going to experience more of this shit. You know what I mean? Because I always think about when I was younger. Well, I'm not younger, I'm sorry. A few years ago when I was dating, I was going on dates. It was crazy how I went on dates with mad chicks that was mid, and they were not on me. Like, they was not sweating me or trying to get them. No, they were just like, oh yeah, whatever, nigga. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. Part of it was I mean, again, I look good and everything, but my weight, You know what I'm saying? And also, you know, like I was wearing, I mean, I had nice glasses and whatnot, but that was when I was starting to kind of build, kind of like put together like this more of an image. And I had a nicer car. I was dressing better and stuff like that. I was making more money and everything, you know. So in my mind, I'm thinking, like, man, I done leveled up so much, you know. And it's crazy when I look back on those videos that I made around that time. I was like, God damn, my face was big. You know what I'm saying? But and again, you know, I still was me, but you know. Anywho, so I want to go through these videos because it's because it kind of encompasses what relationships are today, how we get to a certain point, and again, if y'all both don't have good intentions, and it's mostly because people are not getting married under faith, because less people think that they need to have a walk of faith or have a spiritual journey. All right, and need to be aligned with something. You have to align with something because it's like it's life is just going to not work out for you. Successful people are religious people. Why? Because again, the more religious you are, it's just a fact. The more religious you are, the more likely you are to become successful because you're more familiar with rules and knowing when to do what. All right, knowing when to and understanding the concept of leadership. And the concept of, all right, well, this is what has to happen and sacrifice and so on and so forth. All right. So anyway, I wanted to get to this story. This is a really interesting story, man. So I'm going to let a lot of this rock. This is about Gorgeous Doll and Future. So let's say part 1. So I guess it's more to the story. All right. So shout out to this content creator here. The dude in the hoodie. His name is Danny4. Danny4K360. It's quite a name, sir. Hold on, man. Make sure we good.
Story of her relationship with rapper Future. It's waiting on, and I'm gonna tell it. So, anyways,
guys, I'm telling you right now, y'all gotta know who y'all dating.
At home. I was not at work. I think it was a Friday.
All right, so I'm talking about. So this right here now, she got a lot of makeup on, but you can still tell that this is an attractive woman. She's in shape. You can tell she got a nice body and whatnot. This is the girl you see on Instagram, and this is the girl who's influencing your girl. Okay, so I want you to hear how she talks about how she got to know Future and whatnot. You know what I mean? And I want you to hear the stuff she talks about, and we're going to talk about what she says and what she doesn't say, and also again about that how the way a woman tells a story, fair use.
Get a message from the DJ. He's like, somebody up here looking for you. I'm like, who? He sent me a picture and it's Future. And so I'm like, what? I was like, oh, tell him I'll be at work tomorrow. You know, like,
Future being messy, my boy.
I'm like, wait, what? Like, ain't no way. Like, what? So I have been making money. I have been popping it. But it was like I was new to the city. I was brand new to the city. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I go to work the next day. Who comes?
She had money already. That's good.
Comes in there.
Got own bread.
He comes in there. But he didn't just come in there on some like chill, like, oh, talk to my security. No. I'm coming out. I got on my green outfit with my green light up heels. Like they was white, but like you could change the colors on them. I was so corny, y'all. And he came in and pretty much he had ordered like, I think like 20,000. And then he gave me some money and we just sat there and drank and talked. So it was Pluto, me, Henny. Okay. We sitting there, me and him talking, he getting to know me.
She's actually giving a lot of details, like which is, I don't know. I'm not going to say nothing.
Like,
I say it. That's probably one of the first lies. When women give you details on everything she's telling a story, whatever she puts into her story is always meant to make her look good or what she thinks makes her look good. And again, I mean, hey, listen, I'm not saying it's impossible or nothing like that. I'm just like, fam, that's not economical to show up somewhere and spend $20,000 on a random night, man. That's like he's not a billionaire. He's a rapper. He's not a billionaire. I doubt on just on a random night. 20,000. You ordered $20,000. All right. Anyway, that's fucking crazy. All right, But and again, whenever, especially my generation of women have an obsession of telling stories in a way that makes them seem as though they're rich. And I always feel like that shit comes from listening to girls like this and watching all those reality TV shows where all the women are either rich or you can't tell how broke they are. Because listen, most of the cast of Love and Hip Hop aside from Erica, you know what I'm saying, they all struggle because they got no job. Don't know them got jobs. I think Erica was doing some level of nursing. All right, Erica Dixon.
I got some more bread for you, like see, whatever. He had already given me some money. He was like, come get some more money. So I was like, I'm gonna come get all that bread. So I went, I got changed, and I went and I met him at the studio. I did. And when I got to the studio, he was working, like actually working, making music, like literally working for real. And I didn't understand this because I just got done working. I'm tired. So he had opened up his little back room because he has like this little back room in the studio. And he was like, you could sleep in here.
Sleep?
Leaving. But he was like, I'm just going to be here like another hour. Like, you good, whatever. I know you tired. Okay, cool. So I go lay down. So probably about 3 hours later, we're talking 8 a.m. He comes, he wakes me up. He's like, come on. I'm like, okay. And we end up going to his house. Do I need to insert the pictures? Because I will. Don't ever play with me. But anyways, we end up going to his house. And
let me get that straight. So you went there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways, that ended up happening, and I stayed with him probably like that week, and then he was like, "I gotta go out of town. Here's some more money," and then he was like,
"So yeah, I had sex."
Fam. So. Man, were you charging him? I think she was. I think she was working. Because that sounds like working. It's not like she said something happened and she needed some bread and he gave it to her. He said, you know what I'm saying, if he said come to the studio and get some more money. So he smashed at the studio, and so basically, you was giving him your hourly. So you was charging him. All right. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
At the same day you first met. Okay. The day you met, but okay.
Take my car. Escalade. Who's like, take my car. I was like, okay, cool. Me now knowing that was like a control mechanism to know. So I ended up going back home, and he kept really, really good communication. And this is the first, rapper I had ever dated ever in my life. And so I was like, am I in a relationship? Like, what's going on? I was a green bean. I was.
Fam. No. She just said, and this is what I want to get to. She was like, am I in a relationship? This is how feminism has driven women crazy. Because feminism encourages you to live in this really egocentric way where you're not able to understand other people to the point where you're not able to pick up on basic things such as you're not in a relationship until the man says so. You're describing what sounds like knowing somebody for a week. And we tell you something again. When women come across guys and they feel as though they're getting over, or they finna get their shit off, it's almost orgasmic for them. You know what I'm saying? It's orgasmic for them because it's like, yo, I'm about to get this lick. That's what it really means. She's really saying, I'm about to get. Matter of fact, homie, let me show you this quick video. Hold on, y'all. So I seen this earlier, right? And you know what's funny about this shit is that I don't think men don't even take this that serious or even see it as really what it is, honestly. Like, because again, men are conditioned to deal with the evil, with the wickedness of women. Like, women can be wicked. That's why it's a movie called Wicked. You've never heard a movie called Wicked, you know what I'm saying? And it was men. All right, women can have wicked ways, son. All right, but I think even the movie Wicked is a really good metaphor for women's wickedness, and basically, and I said to say this: women can paint a picture, all right, and they know how to soften something to the point where you don't realize like what it really is or what it really means. You know what I mean? Because again, if we romanticize something, right, or if we condition people to think that something's okay, after a while they'll stop questioning it. You know what I'm saying? And but I think that's kind of I'm joking, by the way. I'm trying to give out this content. But anyway, I want y'all to hear this story that my man is telling, and it speaks to the world that like weak men have created to the point where even when men do great things for women, because women are not basically, again, there's no expectation. All right. So I think what's also missing is they don't perform well under expectations and standards and whatnot. And also they have not been conditioned to withstand critique and kind of get over it. You know what I mean? Where someone's actually giving you feedback that will make you have to change or make you have to do things differently. You know what I'm saying? That's maturity. I used to go through that a lot, like with my ex, where like she would take the information in and whatnot, but it's like she just was not familiar with like ever being told, I know you can do that better or you can be better. You know what I mean? And what happens is you don't wind up progressing and growing. You understand? But anyway, I'm gonna let him cook real quick.
And she was so excited, man. She threw us on the floor and whatever, And then she asked her, he's like, you put the house under your name? And he was like, somebody asked him, you put the house under your name? He's like, yeah. And she was like, why would you put it under your name? If you buy me a house, you put it under my name. And he's like, well, I'm the one with the money. I'm the one with the money. Yo, that girl. The way she threw us on the floor, bro, screams like, I got him. I got him.
Yep.
You can't get it. Men are up already, man. They're up on game, man. Y'all women ain't gonna be able to take shit from us no more, man. You stop doing with the money. That's what I put under my name, man. You got to live in it. You don't gotta pay no rent. Like, you're my wife. Like, you get to live here as long as you're my wife. Bro, the look on her face, she was so mad. I said, you want to see the backyard? She was like, no. She walked away. She thought she had a house. Nah, you get to live in the house.
Gotcha, bitch.
And what's crazy is we created a society where a woman can have a man saying, hey, a woman can have a man saying, hey, listen, I got us a house to live in. And he's not saying, in this year, we're going to break up at this time, or there's like absolutely no catch to it. You know what I mean? But the laws that men put together have made it to where women actually they aspire to get into situations where basically they can benefit from the man all while not being under the man. Because again, feminism is wickedness. It really teaches women that the world revolves around them and there's no consequences. So that means that if they don't have a man, it's okay if they don't have a man, but they wind up suffering and having a lower quality of life because there is no man. Because you're also not getting the assistance. He's not just there. I'm like, this is a person, having a person. I wish I had a person around me that was way stronger than me that could help me with things. If I had a person, this is a homeboy that was 3 times stronger than me, because that's how much stronger you are. You're like 3 times stronger than her, at least 3 times stronger than her. Listen, I will live on a 3rd floor, fam. You know what I'm saying? Just having my brother help me move and stuff like that. Having a strong man around is mad useful. Like, I mean, I really love him and appreciate him. Like, because all I needed was my brother to help me with shit because he's strong. My brother broke his freaking leg last year, and he helped me move and all that. Love that guy. Oh man, right there, man. I miss him. But anyway, I gotta go visit him again. Spend time together with him. But yeah, man. So let me go ahead and get back to the other video of old girl telling this story, man, because we are going to get through this.
Green, y'all.
I don't think you were green.
I was green, but I was in love, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be great. This is my life. This is everything. Like, yeah, this is my man, right?" No. So everything was good. Or
just real quick, that's the equivalent. That's pretty much how men are with, like, if the more attractive a woman is, The more attractive a woman is, the more the man can see himself with her. The more he sees himself in a relationship with her. That's why, like, the attractiveness, how can I say, a ratio is really important. It's really important. I think it really helps for a woman to be like more attractive than like the man she's dating, or be more attractive than he is handsome. It's just a good how can I say, balance. All right, in the relationship, you kind of need that. But for women, when they feel as though when they feel as though they have a hypergamous situation where they feel like they made it come up and whatnot, yo, I swear, every time, you know what I'm saying? They will, excuse me, not really question things as much. That's why it's so important to be the man, bro. Like, yo, because like when you're the man, all right, or when she just doesn't really have the ability to kind of like tell you what to do. It just puts things in a better perspective. That's why, like, like moving in together is like, it's not again, and I'm not itching on anyone who does it or has done it. You know what I mean? It's just that the man is in such a vulnerable position. You know what I'm saying? Pause. When he moves in, because like, yo, you can't tell her to go home. You know what I'm saying? There's no, like, you can't get away. You feel me? She can take control over your space and shit like that. It's like all these different things that can happen. You know what I mean? In a relationship, also, if you get married, like, yo, like, she can take your house. And what the guy's speaking to, and it probably was scripted and whatnot. It probably was meant to go viral. But what that guy was talking about, where the man bought his wife a house, and she got upset because it wasn't in her name and everything, and she was mad. She was saying, "Oh, well, if you buy me a house, it's supposed to be in my name, like X, Y, and Z." And and he was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Yeah, I got him. I got a sucker." And it's like, yo, like, y'all will continue to be doomed. People in general, you will continue to be doomed if you feel as though you're supposed to find a fool, or you're looking for fools. Can't grow that way. I don't care what it is. If it's your business, I don't care what it is. You don't want a fan base. You don't want a consumer base of fools who make bad decisions. Okay.
Or whatever, and then he had ended up inviting me to a Christmas party. Okay, mind you, my little sister was in town. My little sister Samara, she moved into Atlanta with me to help me with Prince, right? Whenever I was working. So Samara moves into town or whatever, and I'm just working, doing what I need to do, but I had him kind of supplementing a little bit as well, So this is when I found.
You put on more makeup? And just one more thing for the young guys. If we don't know, this is important, because a lot of niggas is not hip. When women are dancing, they are not just dancing. If women's telling you I used to be a dancer, more than likely it's a very strong chance that she also did backroom stuff, or she's doing some kind of escort or prostitution where there are relations involved. All right. Now, honestly, all these situations she's talking about could have been jobs. Okay, could have been, him just inviting the chicks he know and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because she never said anything about we spent time together, and he met my family, and we, you know what I'm saying, he met my mom, and she, again, nothing. And you hear women who look like this, they don't care about anything intrinsic with a man. All right, this is the outcome. This is the ultimate transactional relationship.
Found out that he was not my man. He was everybody's man. He'd invited me to a Christmas party. Okay, he invited.
I mean, Future has been saying that in new music. He doesn't care about females. He been saying that, bro.
Me and Prince. Prince called him Uncle Pluto. Whatever. It was great. But when I went to the Christmas party, he was with.
It was crazy.
Dez. And if you ever see this girl, you can corroborate my story, but you don't have to. Anyways, I'm in the Christmas party or whatever, and he comes in, and him and Des are wearing these matching blue jackets.
Oh.
Because when I had asked about it, he was just like, it ain't nothing like that at first. Okay. It was put off to me as if it was just like an industry type of situation. So for me, I was just like, okay, whatever, let me play my role.
What?
Like, okay, cool. So, you know, Prince is sitting around having a great time with all the kids. He has a son named Prince. My Prince and his Prince, they were having fun. People had got it confused, though, okay? People started thinking that
I'm confused. All right, so oh, she said, okay, all right, so it was what kind of Christmas party is this? Like what? Because why did kids? If it's not a family function, why are the kids at the party? Because so you saying that your son was there? I don't know. It's getting confusing.
I was his baby mama because my son's name is Prince, but he has a whole nother baby mama with a son named Prince.
And again, the baby mama to situationship pipeline is super strong, bro. Like real talk. I heard AC say this, and then like I'm starting to realize more and more, yo. Especially after women that had kids, yo. Only thing that they're going to get after they had that kid, if they don't stay with the father, yo, a lot of times it's just situationships. It's just ultimately a lot of times someone that you hanging out with and having sex with, and it may happen for a little bit. You know what I mean? And I think part of it is also because
little ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja.
That was meant to be. I ain't mean to do that. I got scared. But yeah, man. So anyway, I'm like,
you get what I'm saying? So in Atlanta, this ended up being a huge thing at one point, okay? But it was just people was confused because they should have been So for me, I'm just around. Like I'm still spending time with him. We're still hanging out, you know, and everything was going okay. I just didn't understand what was going on because, like I said, I was new, and you have somebody who like love bombs you into thinking like, oh, this is just for this. This is just for this type of relationship. Like it wasn't anything serious, right? So then I got a little bold.
They was trying to. I'm telling you, they got people in Helly. A lot of them got money. They trying to get some. You know what I mean? On return. You give it something, they gonna give you thing back, bro.
Bold with it. I started.
I got free money like that.
They tweaking real bad. Like, who was you playing with? Okay, and this was kind of the beginning of me going from nice, gorgeous doll to evil, gorgeous doll. Because who are you playing with? So with me, like he knew how I felt. And he pretty much told me like, oh, that it's nothing, like, you know, okay. And me, and mind you, I'm at this Christmas party, all his friends, all his family, mama there, everybody there. And, you know, we're.
Hold on. All right. My bad. I'm sorry for not doing good research. Because, I mean, like, I heard this one time before, but now I'm hearing it again. So you're saying that you're at a Christmas party with him and he's bought a date to the Christmas party. All right, you're lying about something. You know what it is? You was not invited, or you wasn't invited by him. Because it wouldn't make sense that if he's smashing you for him to have you bring yourself and your son and your sister to a Christmas party and he's there with another date. You know what I'm saying? Unless you the homie for real. You know what I'm saying? And or maybe he just wants you to see like what it is. You know what I mean? But also I wanted to take note of what she said about this is when I stopped being nice, gorgeous doll and started being evil. This is the reasoning that women have for in terms of what they think the logical reaction is, and this is a part. This is what happens with women being outside for too long. These are things you come up with. You come up with this idea that, oh, I have to get revenge. So quote unquote the get back is so many freaking concepts that we create that but we put a label on it, and that and the label, being as though we're not calling it revenge or we're not calling it sabotaging someone, we call it get back. I'm gonna get my lick back. Oh well, sis got her lick back. Yeah, sis got her lick back. Don't sound the same as so sis smashed his brother. I know a woman who only had sex with her baby daddy's brother, and he was about 10 years younger than her. All right, that's another thing too. After a certain age, she starts having to go backwards, or she starts having to mess with girls. Okay, it's another thing too. The BBW to lesbian pipeline is crazy. Most BBWs, if she a plus size girl, has been a plus size girl, she's had at least one girlfriend, or at least one lesbian experience.
You're just, bonding. Like it was like I had my sisters and my friends there. He had his friends and his family there, but he walked in matching blue jackets with dads. So I was confused. Because
You was not confused. You was not confused, fam. Matching jackets, that is super duper relationship activity. Hey, listen, I'm sorry, I had to speak a little softer because I'm trying to be this very late, and I want to be considerate to my my neighbors and whatnot. You feel me? So I'm not going as not as loud. I'm trying not to like. I know I might, man. I feel a little bad for him, nigga. I've been here rapping and shit.
You just embarrassed me in front of my sister. Did you just embarrass me in front of my sister? So
I mean, you invited your sister though. I don't think he knew you were coming with your sister anyway.
No, she probably invited
So
herself.
like, Future been saying that a long time ago, guys. He be saying that actually he doesn't really actually care about women in general. So the way he treat women is totally different because he got a different mindset with everybody. I mean, with different ways. The way he weighs is totally different, bro. I don't want to get too deep in the video, so let's go back to the video, man.
Point, right? We're still dealing with each other. And when I say dealing with each other, it's pretty much like he calls when he calls, I go to work and do what I do. But let me tell you how
She said he calls when he calls.
much work changed. So because he publicly came into my job and was talking to me in my face, all of that, I started having people come in throwing bags. Okay. I don't know if the word just had spread it throughout Atlanta or what it was, but it was like a situation where I was just like, and it's like to the point where I started being in all the little promo videos for Allure. I'm popping it. If you ain't got 10,000, don't come in here unless you got a rack or more. I'm popping it, yo. I will find the video if I need to. But anyways, so at this point, work is great. I'm making so much money, but it wasn't just because of the fact that I was a pretty girl and I was good at talking.
Because
it was because
people wanted to get something back. You know what I mean? You pretty, you know, Future. I mean, come on.
Because men were trying to come after me because of how publicly he did, if that makes sense. So then one day, one of the girls that I danced with, she was like, "Gorgeous, they got you on this blog." I'm like, "What blog?" I didn't know nothing about New Atlanta blog. I'm brand new. I'm green.
They were trying to set her up, chat. Like, really? They trying to.
Them men came in there for her services. If they came ask, no. First of all, this is coming together better. Okay, let's come together better. She must give really great service. He came in there looking for her because some other dude told him that she does great work. Because that's the only reason why you will come looking for who goes looking for a stripper. You know what I'm saying? It's specifically asking for the stripper. You know what I'm saying? And in his mind, he probably feel like, yo, I know, you know what I'm saying? You know, we do what we do and whatnot. And I mean, I pay you for your services. And then he give her the Nino Brown, like, Miss Gorgeous Doll, your services are no longer needed in the community. Die, black man, die. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
I don't know what really going
green
on.
Bean.
Green
okay?
bean.
I'll go on this blog, it's called Your Faves or whatever. And this other blog called IG Model Tea Room, they posted that me and him was talking. Oh, Future just went into the club and he's talking to a girl named Gorgeous Doll. Everybody saw it, la 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 la. Me, I'm like, so the world knowing about me and him ever having any dealings together wasn't ever publicly told by me, okay? Because it was like, I was new to the situation. I didn't, me being green, not being
a lot of curses, guys.
I'm popping it. This is like my 3 Instagrams ago, okay, yo? Nothing. I'm going off. Anyways, this thing, right? I done gave y'all a real big part of my lore. I think we should take a break. I think I'm gonna need a day break because
come
I think
on,
we
no
need to
break.
see how
Give me
go.
that. Give me that. We don't need break.
And then I'll finish tomorrow. But
then Future ends up holding her upset. Ooh.
And I told him, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Now I'm to the point where it's just like, you want to keep playing. You think we're going to keep playing. Okay, cool. Let's play my way. Let's play my way. Let's play how I like to play. Because at the end of the day,
she's kind of pretty, but be careful. Pretty girl.
So I
but I'm not saying like, I need to date first.
Bowing out the situation. But I'm not gonna bow out the situation without everybody knowing put me through. And to be honest, I'm still keeping it cute. I'm not even getting into a lot of the details. But I will. Stop playing with me.
Oh,
Stop playing with me.
guys,
Stop
guys,
playing
we're
with me.
gonna
Stop
drop
playing with me.
part
What do
two.
you keep doing?
When she drop this, we're gonna
Playing.
drop part 2.
So now I want to play. Now I'm clocking in. Now I'm clocking in,
She gonna
and
get
I want to
crazy. I'm
play.
telling you.
I do, because it's like at the end of the day, I've seen you do so all these girls, and my thing is that I'm the one that you cannot play with. I don't allow him to play with me. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
We're gonna go toe to toe, head to head every single
He
time.
get the crazy
My
one.
biggest thing about it
Future got the he finally get the crazy one.
is you could have left me alone.
Ooh.
You could have left me alone.
And this is the shit right here what I'm talking about with the whole main character thing. She's talking about it as if she's giving you a storyline. She's talking about it as if it's not actually going to happen in the real world. She's writing a story. All right. And she's making herself the main character and making herself the hero of the story. And it's like, well, I was minding my business. I didn't do anything to anyone. And then you came for me. And I just, I mean, and this is just a narrative that Black folks enjoy in general. And I think men wind up taking on this narrative, or they relate to it by listening to him too much. That's not another whole argument, a whole thing that y'all did with this whole Drake and Kendrick thing, where you bought into this whole idea of Kendrick was minding his business. He didn't do anything wrong, and Drake bothered him, and Kendrick had to stop what he was doing. He had to stop feeding all the babies in Africa and everything, and come over here to come vanquish Drake. You know what I mean? And then he gave us all this whack ass music. Shit was ass. But anyway, so we gonna stop right here, man. I already played the confrontation with her in Future. My nigga said I don't know her and everything. We are an hour and a half in, man. It's a little bit late, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here. I love y'all. No one loves you more than the Six Pass, man. I'm up at 1 o'clock in the morning making content because I love y'all, man. So I apologize for the low tone and the lower energy and whatnot. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. All right, y'all be safe out there, man. I love y'all, man. For real talk. And even the haters. All right, we out.